So this practice is a 45-minute vignette, and this class will be for you if you feel shaky or ungrounded or agitated and you feel like you need to move your body before coming to stillness. So the first part of this class will be a gentle flow where we focus on working with the legs and the pelvis. The second part of the practice will be a deep stretch or yin class, and we still work with the earth element. Now the aim will be to center our nervous system while we're going into some deep stretches. You may want to have a block. If you don't have any block with you or in your place, you may want to have thick book. You can also have a bolster or a couple of pillows for your yin practice. Let's begin in Shavasana style, where you will lay down on your mat, please, palm of the hand facing down. Make sure the back of your neck is long, toes, feet fall to the side. After a couple of breaths, please close your eyes. The first few minutes of this practice are here to really allow ourselves to center ourselves in, to land physically, mentally, energetically on the mat. Notice the feedback of the earth beneath your back body. And pay attention to which part of your body are in contact with the earth beneath you. The back of your head, the back of your shoulders, the back of your arms, the palm of the hand. Keep going. And as you inhale, pay attention to this sense of lightness and buoyancy on the breath in, and as you exhale, allow your whole back body to melt down to the earth beneath you. No resistance. Begin the process again as you inhale a sense of lightness, openness, buoyancy. As you exhale, release your back body to the support of the mat. Keep going, 3 more rounds of breaths. And gently open your eyes and bend your knees so your ankle come underneath your knees. Ground through your big toes, your pinky toes and your heels. As you inhale, move your tailbone toward your heels and slowly lift your pelvis and lift your arm at the same time, the same way. And as you exhale, slowly and gently release your arms down. Focus on the fluidity of the movement as you inhale, rise up. And as you exhale, slowly lower down. We count the breath as you inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In 4, 3, 2, 1. X, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep going on your own. In for 4. X for 7. In for 4. Last round. Exhale for 8. Draw your knees toward your chest, grab the back of your thighs, then you rock from side to side. As you exhale, plant your hands on the floor, roll up to one side and come to tabletop position. Into your hands and knees. Find a tabletop position where you get a flat back body. So claw your fingertips on the floor, get some space between your fingers, and push the crown away with your hand as you lengthen through your upper arm. Crown of the head reaching the front of your mat. Tailbone moving slowly and gently toward the back of your knees. Draw your belly and your ribs in. Try to maintain this form as you lengthen your right leg back. So pinky toe face down, no openness through your hip. As you exhale, gently curl in. You can move your chin toward your chest, knee toward your belly button. Keep going. So your inhalation, open and lengthen. As you exhale, curl in. Twice more. Keep your gaze down to the space in between your thumb. On the next exhalation, write it down. Adjust your alignment or your position and lengthen your left leg back. Inhale as you exhale, curl in. Inhale, lengthen, belly in. Exhale, curl in. Twice more. Make sure you are plugging your fingertips and your knuckles down so you don't have all the weight to your heels of your hands. Exhale, left knee down to the floor. Tuck your toes under and glide your seat up and back. Downward facing dog. Linger here for a moment and pay attention to your hands and your feet. Press the ground away with your hands. Claw your fingertips on the floor and push the ground away with your hands. You lengthen through your wrist and all the way up to your tailbone. As you exhale, move your fingertips forward and down and your heels back and down. Okay, this V shape with your body. That's okay if your heels are away from the floor. And that's okay if the back of your legs feel tight. In this case, you may want to bend your knees. Send your thighs back. And on the next inhalation, ripple your spine forward so you come into your high plank. You may gonna need to shimmy your ball of the feet back. We linger here for a moment, and again here find your alignment where you get a long back body. Press to the ball of your feet, send your heels back, engage your thighs, your quad into your hamstring. Lengthen your tailbone toward your heels. Reach the crown of the head forward and broaden through your collarbone. One more breath. You can always move your knees down to the floor for more support. And back in downward facing dog. Feeling underneath your feet, feel the temperature, even the texture of your mat. And gently walk your feet toward your hands. Uttanasana, forward fold. Linger here, soften your head, soften your belly, nestle perhaps your belly on top of your thighs. And as you inhale, find your half lift. Hand on your shin, shin on your hand, and telescope your spine forward. As you exhale, soften. Toss your feet wider than your hips, depending on your hip socket. Your toes will be slightly out. Move your seat down, Malasana, yogic squat. Hand in K position in front of your chest. You may want to use your upper arm to get more space through your hips. Heart space forward, crown of the head up toward the ceiling. Now if your heels are away from the floor, that's okay. You may want to place your pillow underneath your heels for more support. You may want to have a block underneath your sit bone as well. Come back to your breath. And come back to this sense of buoyancy as you inhale. Inhale, open your belly, open your chest forward. And as you exhale, ground your feet more to the floor. Press through your big toes, your pinky toes, and your heels. With each breath out, try to release any tension around your pelvis and your hips. As you exhale, press your hands on the floor, back in a forward fold, feet hip distance apart. As you inhale, mindfully and slowly make your way up to Tadasana. Find this posture where you are open through the front body, but long and strong through your back body. Tailbone down to your heels, heart space forward, shoulders down away from your ears. Take a moment to reconnect with your breath, in through the nose, out through the nose. Place your hand on each side of your waistline and step your left foot back. And in your warrior one, where as much as you can, try to square your hips, so your left heel moving slightly forward and your right heel moving back. As you do that, you may gonna notice that your right leg starts to extend. Make sure you keep your right knee on top of your right ankle. Breathe deeply, chest still forward, shoulders still down. Now place your hand in preposition in front of your chest. Keep grounding through your left heel. As you exhale, hinge from the hip, arrowhead. So try to press to the ball of your right foot, hug this right hip in and back. Keep feeling your breath in this shape, shoulders down. As you exhale, frame your front foot with your hand and come high on the ball of your left foot into a runner lunge to start with. And as you exhale, sneak your left knee down to the floor. In an easy twist, reach your right arm up toward the ceiling. Have a look to your right thumb with your left eye. Inhale to stay. And as you exhale, frame your front foot with your hand. Step your left foot forward into a forward fold. As you exhale, soften. Bend your knees as much as you need to. And as you inhale, find your half lift. Exhale, gently release your hands down, head down. Inhale, mindfully make your way up to Tadasana, one vertebra at a time. Find your mountain pose, palm of the hand forward. Soften the back of your eyes. Gentle bend in your knees, feel your breath. Feel your inhalation moving all the way down to the earth beneath you, traveling through your back body. Feel your exhalation moving all the way up to the crown of the head, moving through your front body. Gently open your eyes and step your right foot back, please. Back in your warrior one, left foot forward. Press to the ball of your left foot, press for your right heel, square your hip. Knee on top of your ankle, hands in preposition in front of your chest. Inhale to stay, as you exhale, hinge from the hip. Keep your spine nice and long. You have a long line from your back heel all the way up to the crown of the head. Exhale, frame your front foot with your hand. Go high on the ball of your back foot. Inhale. Exhale, sneak your right knee down. On the next inhalation, open your left lung. Have a look now to your left eye, to your left thumb, sorry, with your right eye. Twist from the center of your spine and your belly. left hand down, step your right foot forward. In and out of Uttanasana, lengthen. As you exhale, soften. Sit back and down. Place your hand in pre-position in front of your chest, Utkatasana, chair pose. Knees and toes going to the same direction. Keep your shoulders back and down. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale to stay. This time as you inhale, lengthen your legs, Tadasana. As you exhale, slowly Utkatasana, chair pose. Sit back and down, belly in, tailbone toward your heels. Inhale, lengthen, Tadasana, mountain. Exhale, sit back and down, Utkatasana. We count, inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In 4, 3, 2, 1. X, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue on your own. 7 as you breathe out. See if you can go a little bit deeper into the shape. Press into your heels. In for 4. Exhale for 8 this time. Stay in your fresh hold. Draw your belly in. Pinky finger slightly in. One more breath. As you exhale, fold. Step your feet back. High plank. Inhale to stay. Exhale, knees down. Lower down, all the way down to your belly. Ground for your 10 toes. Ground for your thighs. Slide your wrists underneath your elbows. Tuck your chin toward your chest. Lift up. As you inhale, squeeze your shoulder blade. Lift your hand away from your mat. One more breath. And as you exhale, gently release your hand underneath your shoulders. Downward facing dog. Sit up and back. As you inhale, reach your right leg up toward the ceiling. Square your hip like we've done in our tabletop position. Weight even between your hands, no bend in your elbows. Knee come toward your chest, round through your upper back, stay. Plant your foot in between your thumb, closer to your left thumb. You can right closer to your right thumb, so you can always move your foot with your hand. Spin your back heel down in a warrior one. Some interlace your finger behind your back. Keep a micro bend in your elbows. Lift your knuckle away from the base of your spine. Keep pressing through your left heel, inhale to stay. And as you exhale, hinge from the hip, umber warrior. Relax your head down. Have a look to your left toes, knuckle moving up and over. Hug your right inner thigh over the right side of your ribs. Stay strong through your right leg. Try to get some space between your right toes. Exhale, release your hand. Frame your front foot with your hand. You may want to use your book or your block for pyramid pose. Lengthen your front leg. Breathe deeply. As you inhale, find length through the spine. As you exhale, hinge from the hip, trying to keep your spine long as you breathe out. If you have a block or book, place it underneath your left hand. Start to twist from your belly and the center of your spine. Press with the ball of your right foot. Right hand connect with your outside of your right hip. Keep your hips square, so your right hip moving in and back as you slowly spiral your chest up. Open your right side of your lung. Perhaps staying with your hand on your hip, perhaps reaching your right fingertips up toward the ceiling. Evolved triangle pose. Stay here, breathe deeply. Even in your twist, can you keep your breath long and smooth all the way down to your pelvis? As you inhale and twist, step your right foot back, downward facing dog. A moment to observe. We are here for 3 breaths. If downward facing dog is not restful for you, you may want to go down to child pose. On the next inhalation, please lift your left leg up. Square your hip. Feel the engagement behind your leg. Draw your knee toward your chest, round through your upper back. Plant your foot in between your thumb, this time closer to your left thumb. Warrior ones, back foot in 45-degree angle. Square your hip, lift the crown of the head up toward the ceiling. Interlace your finger behind your back, come into your awkward hip where you have your over pinky finger and your over thumb on top. Try to keep the palm of the hands connected. Squeeze your shoulder blade, inhale, lift the base, lift your hand away from the base of your spine. Make sure you keep your left knee on top of your left ankle. As you exhale, hinge from the hip. Lower down. Hug your left hip in and back. Keep the palm of the hands connected. Have a look to your right toes. Nourish your body with each inhalation, with each exhalation. Let go of any tension. As you exhale, with control, release your hands down and lengthen your front leg. Use any support you would like. Stay grounding through the back heel. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, and as you exhale, hinge from the hip. Plug your left thigh bone into your left socket of your hip. Ground through your right hand now and place your left hand on top of your left hip. So I like to use this hand as a self-assist. So hug your left hip in and back. So you keep your hip square. When you twist, you are twisting from the center of your spine and your belly button. So turning your chest to the left and up. Perhaps staying here. Perhaps reaching your left fingertips toward the sky. Can you have a look to your thumb with your right eye? Breathe deeply all the way down to the depth of your lungs. And as you inhale, you untwist. Place your block to the side. If you have a block, step your left foot back, downward facing dog. Walk your feet toward your hands. Forward fold at the front of your mat. Heel toes your feet, wider than your hip. Sit down, Malasana, yogic squat. Hands come in prayer position in front of your chest. Remember, you can always have your pillow underneath your heels. We stay here for a moment. Keeping this shape where your heart is forward, long through the spine, hips open. Allow your mind to rest on your breath. Coming to a pranayama called Samavriti. Sama means same in Sanskrit. Vriti means fluctuation. Exhale naturally through the nose. And inhale for 4. Exhale for 4. In for 4. Exhale for 4. In for 5. Exhale for 5. In for 5. Exhale for 5. In for 6. Exhale for 6. In for 7. Exhale for 7. Last round. In for 8. Exhale for 8. And gently place your hands on each side of your body. Carefully place your seat down. Lengthen your legs forward. And we stay here for the previous shape for a little while. You may want to flex and point your toes. Move your leg from side to side. We're coming to our yin part of the practice now. The first shape is caterpillar. So if you feel like when you're on your seat with your legs forward, you are leaning back, this is where you want a pillow underneath your seat bone. I like to move my seat back. So you come to the front edge, I can come to the front edge of my seat. As you inhale, lengthen, strong legs. So press your heels down, your toes up toward the ceiling. As you exhale, you hinge from the hip. Once you can't go any further, allow your upper body to soften. So chin come toward your chest, head heavy, relax your arms, your hands, soften your belly. And keep your legs strong. And allow your breath to settle down now. First, notice any agitation in your mind, any repetitive or negative thoughts. See if you can acknowledge them without trying to fix them, push them away, or change them. And from this place of acceptance, notice what is happening. When you notice repetitive thought coming back, do the same process. Witness your thoughts, welcome them, don't push them away, and notice as you let go of any resistance, what is happening. Perhaps more space between your thoughts, perhaps a sense of ease and relaxation. For the last minute in this shape, allow yourself to be fully supported. So let go of any physical resistance. So the gravity can take you deeper into the shape. Last 3 rounds of breath. And taking your time as you lift your head and lift your torso. Take a moment in a rebound pose, in any pose or anything really that your body craves. Feeling the energy moving through you, feeling the release. I'm gonna stay seated for the next shape. Adjust your sit bone if you need to, coming to a twist. Bend your right leg come on top of your left leg. Place your right arm behind your spine like a second spine. Start to twist from your belly, and as you inhale, reach your right arm up toward the ceiling, left arm, and as you exhale, twist. Hook your elbow to the outside of your thighs. You can also place your elbow on top of your thighs. I like to have my hand on my chest. You can also keep your fingertips facing the ceiling. So you ain't required to become passive physically, to let go of any engagement. Obviously, to stay in this shape, to stay upright in a twist, you need to engage certain muscle in your body. Now, can you just engage what is required to stay in this shape, but soften what is not needed? So you may gonna notice as you scan your body from head to toes that you are tensing area which are not necessary to tense in this shape. Soften the space between your eyebrow, your jaw, the back of your throat. Soften your belly. We are not trying to look a certain way here, to go deep into the shape. We are being in this shape, breathing, feeling our inner world. And creating this symbiotic relationship with the breath. Gently release the stretch. And please come to the other side directly. So lengthen your right leg forward, bend your left leg come on top of your right leg. Left arm come behind you like a second spine, a gentle twist. elbow to the outside of your thighs or on your knee, hand on your chest or up. So same process. Notice what is required to stay in this shape, soften the rest. Feel the support beneath you and create this intelligent relationship with the support beneath you. So you can find more length, more space as you ground your sit bone and your bottom leg down. I like to close my eyes, because when I close my eyes, I'm less distracted by the external world. But you do you. As long as you can stay connected with your inner landscape. 3 more breaths here. And gently untwist. Take any shape you would like to feel the echo of the previous stretch in your body. You can stay seated. I'm gonna lay down. When you are ready, come to now lay down on your belly. Where you replace your elbows just in front of your shoulders. Palm of the hand down to your mat. Notice what you feel if you bring your feet wider than your hips or hips distance apart. Find a position which works the best for you. And once more, allow your body to soften. Find relaxation. So your thighs, the top of the feet melt down to the earth. If you notice that your mind is still scattered, come back to your breath again and again. And you may want to slow down your breath. So with each breath out, you can melt down. So with each breath out, you invite more ease and more relaxation. And keep your breath steady. No need to count your breath, but organically trying to have the same length as you inhale and exhale. And as you study your breath, your mind become more steady as well. Feel a sense of belonging and safety, being safe here, and know that you belong to this space, to this moment. Knowing that taking care of yourself is a birthright, is necessary in order for you to reach your full potential. Last 2 breaths. Okay, the pillow with your arms, rest your forehead on your hands. Observe again. And trust to stay interested in the expanse even when the sensations subside. Place your hands underneath your shoulders, Balasana Child Pose. For this variation, your knees will be together, big toes together, head down, reach your feet with your hands. If you still notice any agitation, physically, mentally, energetically, let them go away from your body and into the earth beneath you. The content of your mind dripping into your mat, away from your brain, away from your head. So you can tap into your true self, which is always grounded, always at ease and centered. Place your hands underneath your shoulders. Come to Shavasana, please. And we finish the practice like we started completely in this gesture of surrendering, where we allow ourselves to just be. And now we allow ourselves to integrate the practice. If you have time for a longer Shavasana, I highly encourage you to stay longer. Otherwise, you can start to move your fingers and your toes. You can spread the movement in your limbs. Perhaps reach your arms over your head and stretch your feet forward. And when you're ready, come to a sit. Find this posture where your spine is straight, your shoulders are relaxed. And finish this practice in any way which feels appropriate for you.